All right, what's up, everyone? This is not financial advice. I am not a financial advisor, so don't base anything I say off these videos. Do your own financial, whoa, son. Do your own financial research, make your own decisions, do your own DD, all that good shit. Anyways, basically, get about the sun here in a second, man. I'm kind of rolling out, man. Um, you know, a lot of people talk about the presidents, who's elected, will it affect the market? And I do believe it does affect the market to some, in my personal opinion, to some extent. Um, I'm not saying Democrats are always bad or Republicans are always good, but in my experience in trading, that's how it's been. I've only been trading since the beginning of Donald Trump's original presidency. Uh, but there's also ways to make money either way. I think the markets are going to do what they always do. They're going to go up, they're going to go down. There's always someone to blame. You could say this and that, but with that being said, without getting too political, because I don't want to jump into that. I'm not trying to, do all that extra shit because people just get crazy over that shit. But I do believe that the Biden-Harris administration has not been very good for the market. That's just my personal thoughts. I think the Donald Trump administration will do better for the markets. Um, so, there's that. I think that GME and AMC still may not just suddenly squeeze just because a different president gets in. Like, let's just say Donald Trump is elected. We might see kind of a pump and dump type situation to where, the people in charge of the markets are really the people that are in charge of everything. You got the presidents and the Congress and all that, that somewhat affect the market. But I do believe, in my personal opinion, that they can kind of do what they want regardless of who's in office. But I do believe when the economy is strong, we're just in a bad situation now, man. I would think that if a president can come in and kind of help balance some things out, and our nation kind of gets a little better as far as, the debt, inflation, where our money's going, things like that. I think that'll affect the market in a better way. So now that doesn't necessarily mean that, let's just say President Trump gets elected and 2 weeks down the road, it doesn't necessarily mean everything just skyrockets and everything gets covered and the shorts cover and it's all over. It would be nice, and I mean, it could happen. It is a scenario, but I believe that, in my personal opinion, what they could do is play this against you and me, in my personal opinion. Not financial advice, but they might let it run up a little bit and say, hey, bam, there it is, it's over, just to play you. You know what I mean? It's a game. You got to play the game with them. Now, if it goes up over 100 and you get your cash and you want to cash out, and you're like, damn, man, I made some good money, then that's up to you. You make your own choices. But I do believe that whoever the president is, really, to be honest, they're probably going to let the market run a little bit to try to affects the market, just because of the economy, where our money's going, etc. I'm not telling you who to vote for. I'm not telling you who I'm voting for, but I mean, um, but yeah, I think, just be cautious with everything. Do your own research, and if you make some money and you pull your profits, don't look back if it rockets up afterwards, because I've done that several times too, where I've made some profits on something and I look back and I'm like, damn, I should have stayed longer. You can look back for education purposes, so you can know for the next time or whatever, but it doesn't do you no good. That being said, hopefully you guys are having a good week. I haven't been on here a lot. It's just the same shit over and over. It's repetitive with AMC and GME. Let's see. Uncandy says, if you have any questions, watch Elon and Joe Rogan. It's an eye-opener. I have not watched Elon or Donald Trump on Joe Rogan. Definitely something to look for. I would check it out. And I will say this: like, I don't consider myself a Republican or a Democrat, but I have definitely agreed more with a lot of Republican standards and values and stuff like that. But I wouldn't call myself full-on Republican, because if there's a Democrat that comes out that I agree with, or a freaking Whig, is that what they're called, the Whig Party? Anyone, I would just have to go with what I feel is best for my family, our country, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But I will say, the current president, Biden, obviously wasn't fit. He can't. It just wasn't working. You know what I mean? My concern is if Harris goes in, it's kind of more of the same. Now, if she gets elected, I really do hope things change and she gets things on track and things go better. But I have my doubts. Donald Trump, I like certain things about him, but I don't like, he just talks too much. Bro, just shut up. You know what I mean? Quit making people mad. Get out there and make us some money. That's all. And really, it sounds messed up, but like, really, one of my biggest concerns with who's president is my money. And it's just not my money, it's the country's money, it's people's money, groceries and all that. It kind of files in with the crime rate. It files in with all sorts of crazy shit, just because money makes the world go round. You know what I mean? Uncandy says, I'm independent, leaning right. Basically, that's how I'm feeling too. What's up, Mexican kid? Hope all is good. Gilbert, what up, what up? But yeah, I'm trying not to get into this political shit. All I'm trying to say is, no matter who's elected, I do think that they might give you a false run based on that. It's really unpredictable. I guess what I'm saying is, I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. So I would just be alert. There's so many moving parts. It's kind of hard to say for sure what's going to happen here and there. So you definitely got to do your own DD, your own research, but also follow it closely. If AMC or GME starts running, that's what I keep my eyes on. And right now, and it's kind of ping-ponging around. It's kind of boring, and it's in the same zone we thought it'd be in, or I thought it'd be in. I think, the Q3 and Q4 are very interesting numbers for AMC, combined with how the algorithm works. Obviously, computers and algorithms can be reset and redone, so that's kind of an issue as well. But I think if it whips far enough out of control before they can control it, if that makes any sense, then there's a potential to make quite a bit of money on either one of these plays, and probably several other plays that I'm not even keen to or whatever. So, but really, I guess one of my main things is, whoever wins, I think there's going to be a bump. I think depending on who wins is how big the bump goes. So, the bump could be a couple bucks, it could run up to $20 a share, or $30 a share. It could run up to 10 or 11 bucks a share, and then bounce back down, try to shake people out. Who knows? But I'm still sticking with my original plan. No matter who the president is, no matter what political outcome happens, I'm still sticking with the fact that Q3, Q4 numbers are strong. And as I'm speaking, I'm thinking to myself, well, if the economy's stronger, AMC and GME are making more money, it helps the company. So the more money they make, the more debt they get out of, the more... I'm not worried about the company and the CEOs of either of these companies. I think they're both strong. I think the companies are going to go many, many, many years past what a lot of people give them credit for. I think AMC will stick around for decades and decades, and me will be around for decades. So I'm not worried about that. I think the CEOs are running it as good as they can. So none of that is a concern for me, really. I think really, the economy, people having money to be able to go to the movie and spend their money on things a little more. If you can go to the grocery store and you used to be able to go to the grocery store and fill up a cart and spend $150. Now you fill up, a quarter of the cart for the same amount. If we can get back to at least filling up half the cart, there's more money to be spent. People are going to spend their money on going out more. A lot of times people have to make the decision now, like, am I going to go out to a movie, or am I going to feed my family, or what? A lot of people, you have to have money. You really have to be upper middle class to be able to say, I'm going to go to the movie once a week with family. And it's a privilege, and I'm grateful that we're able to do that. We go to movies often, we go out bowling, we do things like that, but it's a lot harder now than it was, maybe 6 years ago to do those types of things. So With that being said, with the economy being stronger and your money being able to spend more, I think, companies like AMC get more out of debt. They get stronger on their books, and really start ending the short thesis inevitably. So that's one thought into it that I, as I was speaking, it kind of triggered in my head. So a lot of things to think about. Obviously, these are just my opinions. You don't have to agree with them, and you're obligated and not obligated, but you're entitled to your own opinion, and I'm entitled to change my mind and my opinion on these things. Just kind of shooting the shit, man, giving you my thoughts and opinions on it. Nothing guaranteed. I'm not telling you that it's time to go buy or hold. So I look at it this way: while these shares, any share, not just AMC and GME, but while I feel they're in a lower bracket than they should be, they're undervalued, I buy in. If they're overvalued, I sell. Kind of simple. So AMC, I believe, has been undervalued for 3.5, 4 years now, 5 years, I don't know. And I believe that at some point or another, it'll probably be overvalued. And at that overvalue point is when I plan on selling. And who knows, if I buy back in, I probably will, just because. Same with GME. GME, I did this for a long time. I bought in and out, which goes against the ape code, right? But with GME and Doge, I've bought in and out several times. Doge, I still do it with. I'm sorry if you're a Doge ape, but you got to make money, and what you do with your money is your choice. Do what you want with it. But what I've started to do with GME within the last few months is slowly just add to my shares, just because I believe, in my personal opinion, that GME will squeeze again. I believe AMC will squeeze again. I believe they're going to run together. Even if you think that AMC is a hedge against GME, that doesn't change the fact that they're both going to run at some point. So my personal thoughts, hopefully you guys, DT says there's no ape code anymore. It's a me code. And it's really true. I mean, without sounding harsh, yes, we hold together, you got to build these things up together. But when this thing explodes, and you got to get your cash, it's everyone for themselves. And I want everyone to succeed. I don't want people to get stuck holding bags and but at the same token, that's what you're in the market for, to make money. So figure out how to make your money. Have a good day. Be blessed. Let's get rich soon. Peace.